Hi everybody, I am back as of yesterday. After my kid had a nap, he is sleeping next to me and he almost woke up. Wow, the lighting is pretty shitty in here, so I apologize for that. Yeah, so I really don't know where this whole thing is going or what I'm really doing with this. So if it's haphazard, I apologize. I guess we can start with today. Today was a victory. It was a small victory. One of the things that I have done in this whole PPD journey, I don't want to say I have PPD. I don't want to have that define me, so I'm calling it a journey. Is I've really isolated myself. Like, really isolated myself. If you have known me for a while, I'm going to cry. If you've known me for a while, you know me as the outgoing person who loves to go out, loves to go have a good time, isn't afraid to talk to people, isn't afraid to open our front door when somebody knocks at it. But since I had Cliff, all of that changed. And it sounds really stupid, because he should be a joy, and he is, don't get me wrong. But for some reason, and there's lots of reasons why I think that I've become this hermit, and lots of people use that term really loosely, or as a joke, if they haven't been out. I didn't leave my house for 3-4 weeks at a time. Not at all. Because everything in life, when you have PPD, is too much. And whether you know that that's what you're dealing with or not, if you normally answer the phone to talk to your friends, if you normally like to go out for coffee and now can't, if you know it's important for your kid to go out and socialize, but you can't get past the fear of having to deal with another person or encounter or talk to another person, that's a problem. And unfortunately, in today's society, that's what a lot of people with PPD deal with, this debilitating fear of other people. And it's so bizarre because I don't understand where it comes from. For me, I think, sorry, I didn't think I'd be this emotional talking about this. And for a lot of people, it seems so small, but it's not. It's like the biggest thing in the world, just to go out for a walk. Today was a victory. Cliff went to his first strong start. I felt like such a bad mom because he was so excited to be there. But I haven't been able to take him. I haven't been able to do what was best for him in that case. And that really sucks. And I wonder if I had have known what this was before, would it have gotten this bad? Would it have gotten to the point where just leaving the house is not this terrifying thing? And some of you are probably going to watch this and think I'm being ridiculous, and that's totally cool, because in the scheme of things, it is ridiculous. Who the fuck is terrified to take their kid outside? Lots of moms with PPD. I never had social fears before. I was shy, like, you know, I was always kind of shy, even though I was super outgoing. Call them like bitch blinders. Where when you're in public, if you don't want to, you're a little anxious about dealing with people, you put on the bitch blinders, because then nobody can really see that you're anxious about it. PPD social anxiety is like the need for bitch blinders times 100. It makes life so hard and so ridiculous that just leaving the house at all is an accomplishment. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. It doesn't... We're made to feel that all of these feelings and thoughts and emotions that we have that surround any type of mental illness is something that's horrible, that you should be ashamed of, that you are somehow inherently flawed as a human being if you deal with depression. And that's just not true. When you add that with being a new mother, that's even worse. Because how can you not want what's best for your kid? And how can you not provide that when that simple thing is taking them out of the house? I think that for me, a lot of my social anxiety that I've discovered is very new for me, that has developed with my having PPD, or going through this journey with PPD. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that when we left Coquitlam, I gave up everything. We knew nobody. Well, we knew some people there, but they quickly fell off the map, so let's just say that screwed us in knowing people locally. And, we tried to make a few friends, but people in that area that we moved to from Coquitlam, they're friendly to your face, but they're not very inclusive, or at least I found that they weren't, and neither did Mike. Unless you were born in the area, you're kind of like an outsider. I thought that having Cliff would make it easier to get out and to make friends, and it just made it worse, because if people don't want to hang out with you and your kid, like, there's something wrong with my kid, right? There's that whole other messed up thought process that goes along with that. But so we were isolated. I couldn't drive for 6 weeks after I had Cliff, as I had an emergency C-section. So that left me not being able to really leave the house. Where we lived was completely car dependent. And I wasn't able to lift a car seat. Because I didn't want to tear up my stitches, which thank God I didn't. Whereas lots of moms I know, in the city, they oftentimes do have problems with it. So maybe that's a blessing. I don't know. All I know is that we were alone. We had no family, no friends, and no help at all for the first 8 months of Cliff's life. I think that's what brought on the whole thing, because people talk about their village or their friends come over to help, and we've never had any of that. And now it's such a weird and foreign concept to think that somebody would want to help you. Because why would they? Because you never had that before. It's like, what do they want out of it? It's hard to trust that. And that's another fucked up thought process that goes on that shouldn't be happening. I don't know. All I know is today was a really good day. Cliff got to go do his first strong start. He had a lot of fun. And to watch him at story time with the other kids made it worth it to know what it is that I'm going through and dealing with is worth it in the end for him because I learned a lesson. So if you're experiencing this, definitely talk about it. Don't let it get so far. I mean, I'm six months into it, not knowing what it was, and a lot of women know what it is and suffer in silence. A lot of women think that, oh, that might be what that is. But they brush it under the rug because you're not supposed to talk about it. Don't do that. You can be such a better version of yourself if you address it. Yeah, but today was a good day. If you've made it this far, kudos. I guess until next time. Bye.